All right, you ready to go?
All right, so my name is Seth Lindbergh.
I'm Taylor Nelson.
I'm Amelia Fun.
I'm Michael Becerra. So we did striking. So we had a fun time up there. It was good to be with the kids and really get to see them develop and grow and get to help them. So just a little rundown. We showed the progression of motor program in 3- and 4-year-olds. 14 kids participated in the study. They ranged from initial to mature. And we are going to display 5 of the 14 kids. And here's a couple photos. I know this isn't baseball, but it kind of shows how the kids just start with just kind of hacking. They don't really have that motor program built yet. Here's an elementary stage. They don't really have the base ready and the bats really not over their shoulder. They're just kind of chopping at it. And you'll see that in the videos. Here's more of the mature stage. Their stance is wide, their foot planted. You can see they're holding the bat correctly over the shoulder and they're ready for a good swing. Here's a professional, slow-mo. So he's got his, he plants his feet, preparing for a good swing. He brings his hips through as well as his shoulders, and he follows all the way through. And you can see the power in the hip. So that's what a good swing looks like. So here we have Gabriella. She's one of the first girls to come up to our group. She's one of the older ones. So she kind of, I think she was 4 years old. So she really, she took control. She knew what she wanted to do, and she was really pronounced about it. She didn't really start. You could tell she had some sports background, and so she started at the elementary stage. She has you'll see in the video, a pronounced leg swing, and she gets lots of momentum with it, and as a result, she kind of just swings around. She's really excited too. She's good. So here's a mature stage. You can watch her feet are planted and they never move off the ground. And that really shows the development from elementary to mature, and how she took that instruction and she could get more power and she stayed grounded. So again, in the mature stage on the right, you see the torso twisted and the feet are planted so she can get that power, and she was starting to build on that motor program which she had learned before.
So next we have May. She's also 4 years old. She came up to us. She's a little shy at first, kind of soft-spoken. We handed her the bat initially and just kind of told her to go for it. And when we handed it to her, she kind of grabbed it with one hand and looked at us like, what am I supposed to do with this? So we kind of brought her up to the stand, told her to hit the ball, kind of gave her a pull. And this is what we saw. What did you do? Oh. So she kind of has more like, it's like a ping pong swing. She didn't even like get it all the way back. As soon as we put it up there, she like went ahead and hit it. There was no loading at all. Not a ton of movement on her feet. It was all just kind of box. So that was something that we were going to work on. It's really cute. So that was what we were doing. I was kind of working on her torso swing. She had all of her movement up in the top of her body, so it was kind of cephalocaudal. She's not really like into her legs yet. So we were working on that. I think it goes straight to the next one. This is day 3. That was on the first day. She's a lot more confident. She knows us.
Twist all the way through, okay? All right, let's see it. On the ball. There we go, go. There we go. Nice job.
So she had a lot better reaction time, a lot better follow through and torso swinging. she got a lot more confident, so much so that she even got frustrated when we were trying to like teach her. If she knew she wasn't doing a good job or she didn't get the reaction from us that she wanted, she would get pretty annoyed. It was pretty cute, but overall, so yeah, one-handed, which was kind of showed how it was cephalocaudal. She had very minimal power, and then at the end she had that reaction time of torso straining and got a little frustrated. Sawyer?
So Sawyer was, he was 3 years old. He was a huge Padres fan, like he loved baseball. He played a little bit, but he definitely started still in the initial stage. He kind of like danced around like every time before he hit, and he valued power way over form. So he really just wanted to hit it as hard as he could, like however he got the ball off the tee was fine. But he understood direction really well. So this is his initial, this is the first day.
There you go.
Whoa, so close. Good job. So yeah, he was super excited about it. He loved it, but he was definitely dancing all the time. He didn't really keep his eyes on the ball either, and he was really worried just about strength overall. And then this is still the first day after we gave him a little bit of direction. He did a lot better. So he heard our direction, he understood what we wanted him to do. He was a really great listener. He really wanted to learn, which was really good. Sometimes we would teach him to do something, and when he was kind of starting to do it, when he would actually hit the ball, he'd kind of just forget everything and go back to the initial stage. But you could see he was still trying to learn that motor program and get that developed. So here's another video of him.
There you go. Now the step foot. Yeah, there you go. You got it. So you're going to squish the bug when you hit, okay?
Hey, Cody.
All right.
So you can see he has it in his brain. He's really trying, but as soon as he hits, he just kind of forgets everything. But he's definitely getting a lot better over time.
And squish the bug.
Yeah. So I mean, you can see he's working through it. He's just super excited. He really just still values that power over the form. But at the end, this is the third day. He took whatever we said to like extreme. So you're telling him to bend his legs, he totally like bend over. He was very he wanted to do what he wanted to do, but he did a really great job. And overall, you could see that progression of that motor development for sure.
Okay, so this is Grayson. He's 3 years old, and
Good job.
so at the beginning, we just made the mistake of assuming that he was right-handed, and so he gave him the bat. He just got with his left hand. He swung with one hand, swinging, showing him the right hand way of swinging, and then whoever this man was left-handed. So as you could see, he had a lot of his swing came purely from the upper half of his upper body. So he had not developed the cephalocaudal head at his feet. And like a lot of the other kids, his swing resembled somewhat of a chopping motion instead of a swinging through. So that was his first swing. And he started at the initial stage. So, as you can see, he improved quite a bit. His hands initially were farther apart, so he didn't have his hands together while he was swinging. And in order to correct this chopping trajectory of his swing, we put a golf club in a line towards the ball, which is how to help guide him. Yeah. And you can see he started using his lower half more and twisting his body while swinging. So this is Grant. He came in there with somewhat of a knowledge of swimming, striking knowledge, or at least experience. So he started at the elementary days.
Spread your legs. All right, can you bend them a little? Bend them. There you go. Okay, are you ready? That's good.
Here's on. All right. Now, remember, when you throw and your hips come through, when you swing this knob, let your hips come through. Okay, wait.
Okay, ready? Go. There you go.
So he responded well to physically guiding his movements rather than verbally telling him to do something or demonstrating something for him. And Dr. Anderson did a good job showing him the proper way, especially with like So yeah, a lot like all the other kids, they were more concerned with power and form.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
So that was the next time he came, and you can see the vast improvement. He learned to use his hips, probably because Dr. Anderson had physically shown how to do it. So yeah, he matured quite quickly.
Okay, so age group differences. Before I go into talking about age 3 versus age 4, I kind of want to talk about attention. We kind of, across the board, everybody had a very different attention span.